Hi, this is Governor Rick Snyder, and welcome to episode 3 of Ask Gov Snyder. It's been exciting the first 2 episodes, and we have more questions to answer. And I have not seen these questions, and they're not edited. So with that, the questions, please. Thank you. On Twitter, Josh Oberski asks, what kind of tunes do you listen to? Well, that's a great question. I haven't been asked that before. To share with you, I'm an old Motown fan. So I really enjoy that. So I'm probably a little bit older than most people, but the 70s and 80s Motown tunes are my favorite. So that's something I really do enjoy. And I am a pretty good sized iTunes person. I love my jam box, by the way, in terms of listening to those tunes. By email, Jim Sadler asks, are you absolutely sure the new bridge to Canada will not cost Michigan taxpayers? I am absolutely sure it will not cost Michigan taxpayers. It's a great project, it's a great job creator, and it's a great thing we should move forward with. And I'm focused on that because it's something that all Michiganders can win together. And we shouldn't let one special interest get in the way of success of a state because it's so many jobs, so much opportunity, with no obligation to our taxpayers. By email, Matthew Conti asks, what are you going to do to reverse the brain drain? We're working on that, Matthew, and I really appreciate that because that was a major problem. We had 2 issues. First, we were losing too many young people because we simply didn't have jobs available. So young people were leaving. Beyond that, there was a second issue that's a quality of life issue, that many of our young people want to go to a major metro area for some period and explore the world. And so that's why it's so important to get Detroit to come back. We have great success going on in Grand Rapids, some of our other major cities, but that's one of the keys to Detroit. If you look at it, we're seeing a lot of young people moving into Detroit. Occupancy is about 95% in Midtown and downtown. That's a great success. And on the jobs front, we are showing more and better jobs being created in Michigan. But we've got a lot more work to do. So we've started the path to turn this around. We're going to stay focused, and we're going to solve both those issues. So thanks for that question. By email, Aaron Eisler asked, how do you plan to get Detroit out of debt? Well, Aaron, that's a longer-term question. The first thing we need to do is get to financial stability. Let's have Detroit stop going backwards in terms of their financial affairs, and the way to do that is the city should be running the city, and the state wants to be a strong supporting partner, and that's where I believe we made good progress with the financial stability agreement. So now the process is let's get additional resources to help the city get to the point of saying their financials are stable. And then the key is to implement improvements because we need to show better services for the citizens. And ultimately the answer we need to get to is growing the city of Detroit. So the best way to deal with the debt question longer term is a growing Detroit and a thriving Detroit. And that's what I'm focused on, and I hope all Michiganders are. We're on the path to being a great state again, and to do that we need Detroit on the path to being a great city again. On Facebook, Jim Price asked, are you in favor of adding a bottle deposit to water and Gatorade bottles? What I would say is not at this time. That's not something we should be looking at. We have more important issues. More and better jobs is the focus. One thing we do need to do with these bottles in particular, though, is work harder on recycling because they too show up too often in our environment in terms of trash, waste, other things, and there are better ways we can do things. I encourage people to do what I do, is I just try to drink tap water whenever I can. That's the best answer for all of us, and hey, it's pure Michigan. Give it a try. Well, thanks for your questions. I've enjoyed episode 3 of Ask Gov Snyder, and I look forward to the next episode. I hope you do too. Thanks.